up, gang? It's the unprofessional professional auto broker, and I'm back with another video. Alright, so today I'm headed to the auction on a preview, but I decided to give y'all some driving footage, man, just to let y'all know what's been going on with your brother, what's been on my mind, and you know, some of my thoughts on going into 2025. Alright, so everybody who kind of knows me in this area, I've had a inflatable company for over 10 years, and I'm deciding to go ahead and close down that business. It's been real beneficial for my family, but it's getting to the point now where, you know, it's more competition in my area, and also dealing with employees and all those type of situations. Also, my equipment is getting older, and do I want to invest in getting more stuff and starting all over? I'm getting older too, so I mean, I'm 45, and I can feel my body changing where, you know, it's some things are heavy, y'all, and you know, moving back and forth with it, and just picking them up and all that. I mean, get to the point where it's getting a hindrance for me, and I just want to move forward. Also, y'all know, like I got on my shirt right now, I also have a game truck that came a little later. We've had the game truck a bit over 5 years now. I'm selling it at that too. Actually, I have somebody who's coming to pick it up on this upcoming Saturday, so I'm real thrilled about that. Me and my wife has been doing this. It's occupied our weekends for 5 years, and I mean, it's getting to the point where, I mean, we want to enjoy our weekends, and you know, it's something that you have to stay with the whole time, and this is a high dollar equipment. We don't want to, I mean, we have had people drive it and they've been great, but it does get into the profit margin, so you know, we prefer to drive it ourselves. Being me and my wife, well, I drive it, but I mean, me, her, and we have also got a little younger guy that assists us. We had several people who work with us with the game truck over the years, but it's a lucrative business. But at this time in my life, I want to transition to what I love. Anybody who known me my whole life, I always loved cars, and anybody who's known that since I was about 6-7 years old, I always wanted to have my own dealership. So I found out what I really want to do with my life, and this car dealership is what I want to push forward with. I've already got the okay from my wife. She actually the one that pushed me to start the business, and I'm grateful for that. But you know, it has been lucrative for us in times that we need it, and I do see growth. Right now, I'm a broker. That being said, I don't have a car lot. 2025, I want to change that. You know, I got more time to put into the business, and a storefront is upcoming for us. I don't know where or when, and I don't want to spend that much on one, but I mean, I'm gonna put it in God's hand that, you know, we get what we need and we move forward with that. So being said, with the car dealership, currently within the last 5 months, I can say we ventured into Turo. Turo is a car rental application, basically where consumers can rent vehicles from us. We started out with 2. Currently we have 6 on the platform right now, and we just got one additional one that we'll be adding. It's been good. I try to average, and it's sometimes I always set my goals higher, but if I can get $1,000 per car per month, to me, that's a good profit margin. and to the point that me being a dealer, I'm able to get these cars at a reduced price. And basically, we deal with economy cars, like just small economy cars that's good on gas, that are good cars to move around. We try to get them low mileage. Giving you an example, we just bought a 2019 Nissan Versa. Paid $3,400 for it. It has 74,000 miles. So how I look at it is the life expectancy for it to be on the platform. I want to keep it on the platform for about up until about 140,000 miles. At that point, I'll sell it because it's still that sellable status, and I keep it maintained and all that. So so it is a couple things that's involved with it. You got the insurance, you have the GPS aspect. Now with us, with these 5 months that we've been doing Turo, we learned a lot about the platform, and shout out to my boy Jonathan who put me on it. He taught me a lot about it. He got guidance from a lot of other people. He's another dealer friend of mine. But with that, we learned a lot, dealing with customers. So one good thing is we already know how to run a business. So basically dealing with, just say for instance, people who are renting our cars, which are lower end cars, people who are doing car sharing or ride sharing, Uber Eats, things of that nature. They tend to, you're dealing with that caliber of people. One, they don't have their own vehicle. Two, they usually don't have enough money to finance their own car. They probably have burnt their bridges with buy here, pay here dealerships. So to make a living, they tend to have to, at this point, rent cars. Really, it's beneficial sometimes because they ain't got to worry about the maintenance or nothing like that. They just basically, pay their rate. So on the low end, what we get per day is about $40 to $45. I say $40 to $50 a day per car. It does go up on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Turo has a lot of fees that they pay as well. Now, the insurance is included in that figure that I just gave. But I'm thinking, I never looked at it from the other end to see exactly how much they're paying, but I'm thinking they're paying, if I'm getting $45, they got to be paying at least $80 or something like that a day. So we have issues with people, not doing what they're supposed to do, not returning the cars. We have good renters too. A lot of these people keep these cars as if they're theirs. We had people who have kept cars for over a month and a half. They're using it for like delivering Walmart orders, things of that nature, or just say for instance their car had issues. We have families that something happened to their car and they still got to get around. They got a job, and that's another thing. But the basis of that is communication with the customer. Turo is a good platform, but we do find that Turo is more geared to satisfy the guests. That's what they call it, and we are the hosts. So a lot of times we just say, for instance, I had a girl who, and it's usually like 200 miles a day they can drive. She kept the car a little less than a month, and she does some kind of I guess delivering blood or whatever to different hospitals. And that's the key, to get in touch with your customers, see what they do, what they, just conversation is everything. But she went over like 559 miles on what she's supposed to. Now she called me, and she wanted to oh, any way you can rent me the car directly. And I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I mean, my insurance is through Turo. So, I mean, we don't do that. But that gives you an indication of what type of person they are, you know. She had a good ranking, you know, and she was good to our car. She called. It was one time she called, and I appreciate this. She said the car was low on oil, and the check engine light came on. Thank you, God, for her acknowledging that and just couldn't drive. Because we've had people who a hose bust in the car, and they keep driving it, and they don't care. So, you know, whatever. It ain't their car, and it blew the whole motor up. I mean, but back to the story with this lady. Okay, no problem. I really appreciate you, you know, putting oil in the car. She said she had to put 2 quarts of oil in the car. And the code came up as a knock sensor. That's like some little knock in the motor. She put the oil in the car. Granted, I tried to reach out to her several times because I knew it was time for an oil change on the car. But she was in another state, not another state, but another couple counties over. I say about an hour away from us, and she was diligent on just keeping the car. Really, she said she wanted to keep the car to tax time, and I had pretty much had a agreement with her that if she kept that car to then, I guarantee her financing if she wanted to get that car or any other car, you know. But all right, so I guess it got too much for her, whatever. All of a sudden we just get a notification that the car has been returned. So okay, yeah, your trip is over. All right, now it's time to pay. You know, I check the car in. So once a car come in, you go check it in and make sure, you know, it's clean and all that for the next guest. And we put lock boxes on the cars, so it's kind of pretty much contactless. We don't have to be in contact with them at all. So everything is through the application. So, okay, she dropped the car off. I checked it in. I seen how many miles. I sent her a message directly. Hey, you know, how you want to handle this? You want to pay me directly, or what's going on? Ghosted me, you know. Now, I felt like she was a good person, and then I understand money is short right now, but communication is the key to everything. Just say that, you know. So it's a point in time where we have a period of time where we have to provide any kind of problems on a trip to Turo to get reimbursed for mileage, things of that nature, or gas, or whatever. Maybe they didn't fill the car up. In this situation, she went over the miles. Oh, she immediately sent me a long message. I swear, I mean, it had to be at least 300 words on a text message, saying like, oh, it was a maintenance problem with your car and all this, back and forth. Okay, yeah, like I said, I appreciate what you did, but don't diminish the fact that you owe me for going over. That's two separate things. So, okay, I contact Turo, and they denied the claim, saying that at first they didn't say anything. So apparently I'm thinking she called them and gave them some kind of sob story. I don't know this for sure, but I called them later on because I got the denial email, and they were saying that it was blurry. I'm like, I mean, then with that being said, it's talking about the pictures. So you have to submit pictures of the odometer, and it shows the mileage when we first check it in and when they check it out. I had both pictures. I mean, it was clear to me, so I had to escalate it. So I'm still seeing what's gonna come from that. But you know, sometimes, you know, situations happen. You know, she feels as though, you know, I was wrong. She helped me and all that, but hey, this is business, you know. You said you're gonna do something. I appreciate that you did that out of the kindness of your heart, and blessings to me for that. But that still don't determine the fact that you don't owe me. But I'm saying that to say that, you know, with any business, you run into these type of problems with people. That's just life. And being in any business, and being the business owner, sometimes you have to eat a lot of stuff. Case in point, not even a month and a half ago, I just told you that me and my wife has been going back and forth on what we want to do with our bounce house company. I had a crew out delivering on a Saturday, and for some reason they lost a $4,000 inflatable. I mean, I guess it fell off the truck, whatever. All right, and I'm gonna come back to that as well. But okay, all right, situations happen. $4,000, shoot, that's my whole weekend, 2 weeks, what I made. So, and then plus I gotta pay you. The situation with business owner, you have to take that, and then you gotta be able to handle your emotions. You know, when a person called me and said, hey, the inflatable on there, quite naturally I'm blaming them. First of all, you weren't paying attention, or you didn't strap it down right, or, I mean, I don't know, you're responsible for the load. I mean, that's just how I see it. It was on the truck when you left the warehouse, all of a sudden now it's not. But, you know, hey, situations happen. This same guy who's been working with me for about 3 years says to me the next day when they go to pick up everything, oh, you should have insurance on that, so it ain't even, I mean, why you even tripping? Okay, all right, that ain't the point. It ain't the point that I got insurance on it. True enough, that, but still I got a deductible on my insurance. All this comes in the fact you don't know about. You know, some people not geared to be business owners because you're not willing to take a risk. But in that situation, I mean, I still got to pay him. I paid him, but it's crazy. A month later, I actually found the inflatable. I was riding on the route because, you know what, I said, you know, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm this route, me and one of my other guys, we gonna do it. And you know what, we kind of, and it was crazy, we went kind of on the same route that they went on when they did their deliveries and lost the inflatable. I was riding and on the major highway, like a little major state road highway, and something just told me to look to your right. Through the woods, it was somebody's backyard and it was another adjacent road behind it. But I seen something out the corner of my eye, and it was black and blue, and it was like, oh my God, I think that's an inflatable. So some just said go back. I went past it again. I'm like, you know what? I think that's my inflatable. So I went, knocked on the door. They was kind of like, oh no, come back. It was a older lady. Come back because the husband wasn't there and all that. And I was like, okay, can you give me his number so I can call him right now? Oh no, just come back, whatever. So that made me feel like if I leave, then you're gonna try to move it. And you know, so I went and looked at it myself, and she's like, oh, get out of my yard, get out of my yard. And I'm like, I confirmed that that's my darn inflatable, man. So, you know, I called the police. Police came out, push come to shove, I got the inflatable back, $4,000 piece of equipment. That's crazy. But I mean, I put that as to God's grace. Like, you know, when you try to do right in life, it always gonna be some issues that come up. But I mean, biggest thing is I'm blessed, man. You know, me and my family are blessed. I mean, we go through a lot, and you know, we make a way. You know, that's just who we are. But back to business wise. My goal is to have 10 cars on Turo. I'm going to use some of the money that I'm selling the game truck with to buy some more cars. Now, I've been told of other applications that also does car rentals. I would like to do private rentals, but I got to figure out the I guess insurance piece and also the presence. So with Turo, everybody already on the app. So, but if I was to go like private, I mean, who's to know that I have cars for rent? even though I get more money, but I mean, situations happen. If something happens to the car, somebody totals the car out, I need to get paid. But that's an avenue that I want to go down to 2025. Another piece is wholesaling. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money just buying a car at one auction, taking it to another auction, and trying to get a higher price. And you get, like if you buy volumes of cars, you get a better deal when it comes to your buyer's fees when you purchase vehicles. Just say, for instance, if I bought a car from AutoNation, I got a good deal on the car, and I take it to Manheim and sell it and make $500 on the car. That's what people do, $500 to $1,000 on a car, that one car. But you ain't got to worry about customers. You ain't got to worry about the car breaking down. You ain't got to worry about titling the car and all that. It's just a business-to-business transaction. And if you do 10 of those in one day or in 1 week, I could say that's feasible. If you can make $500 to $1,000 on 10 cars, shoot, that's $5,000 to $10,000 a week. People do that all the time. I mean, that's just the nature of the business. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't always work out. You know, they lose some. You know, they might think you got a good deal, or maybe it's a problem with the car or something. We got to the auction, the other auction, then transporting it from one auction to another auction. I'm pretty sure that's expensive. But I do want to look into that. Another thing is, I have been doing buy here, pay here this year. It worked out pretty good. I had only one person who didn't really pay like they supposed to. And, you know, usually if I do a buy here, pay here deal, I have some kind of outlet to that person. Maybe I know they parent, or, you know, it's something where I can reach out and touch them, you know. Or I got access, I know where they at, they in the area. And I wouldn't do a buy here, pay here deal to somebody that's like in the heart of Atlanta, or somewhere an hour plus away from me. And I'm like in the rural area, Covington, Georgia. But yeah, I want to move to financing like through lenders. They got several ways of doing that, like companies like your local finance companies, like First Franklin or Money Tree, things of that nature, where you have a local person that you use as a tool to finance people. And it works out, from what I'm hearing, is just say a person says, hey, I want to buy this 2015 Nissan Sentra. I'm selling the car for $6,000. Maybe they got pretty good credit, and maybe the finance company say, you know what, the car is actually valued at like $7,000, because they're going to go by the blue book value of the car, the retail value of the car, just to protect their investment. They'll say, okay, well, you know what, you don't have to put nothing down. The car is worth $7,000. He's selling to you for $6,000. I'm gonna give you $7,000, and you got an extra $1,000 to, you know, do whatever you need to do. You know, maybe you want to just do something extra to the car, put a radio in or whatever, or just save the money and use it towards your payments. That's a good avenue. Also, like Lendmark, they're bigger banks that, you know, give to, you know, people in distress, like subprime loans. You know, I want to move to that. And I even though I do have a office space, I think that if I was to move to that, I really need a brick and mortar location where somebody can, you know, come sit, or I give them addresses directly to my location, and the car is there. I have a lot of people, and it's been a trust factor where, let's say for instance, I'm a broker. I got a car, okay, I got a car for sale on Facebook Marketplace. All right, and I list on that listing that, hey, you know, I'm a broker, you know, I don't have a car lot, but people don't read that. and you say, hey, meet me at a gas station, and you got a car, and I got the car for sale, sometimes people like hesitant on that, or maybe they've been burnt in the past by a broker. I mean, people want something that they can reach out to, you know. If I need to get the law enforcement involved or whatever, here's the address of their dealership. I mean, yeah, they got the address to my office space, but I'm rarely there. So I think that helps with sales too. I've been blessed to the point where people, you know, trust me, and word of mouth of selling good cars, that people, you know, do the right thing, or I meet them at my office and we go from there. But I have lost deals on the fact that, first of all, you got to think, I'm doing everything through Georgia's system. So I'm not giving them the title right then. I will give them a copy of the title, but some people don't understand that, you know, it's just like you're going to buy a car from a big dealership. The title comes in the mail. You got 45 days to drive on that temporary tag. But yeah, that's upcoming for 2024. Another thing is, I mean, me and some of the guys that are dealers that we form relationships with, we want to form a group of us. We want to kind of make a name for our group, and we meet several times, and we just bounce ideas off each other. You know, iron sharpens iron. So you never know. You know, I got a couple friends that has big fleet Turo accounts where they got at least 15, 20 cars, and they've been doing it for a while. They're considered a powerhouse. So, you know, it's good to get information from them to move forward on what I want to do. Same thing. It might be some people like the same person. They might have a big fleet of Turo cars, but everything is based on Turo. They're a dealer, but they don't sell cars. So both of us can bounce ideas off each other, and it's like almost a web. I mean, if I got a car that somebody might need that want to sell, okay, yeah, we can do that. Or vice versa. If I don't have a car that somebody's looking for, and, you know, I mean, the relationship is strong, then maybe we can, you know, hey, maybe I don't have one, but I know somebody who does, and give them their contact information and go from there. It shouldn't be no money change hands, because I believe in it's the universe. What you give out, it will come back, you know. Anytime I have sent a deal or somewhere to another dealer, I'm not expecting no money for them. That's for them. And if they close the deal, then that's on them. Same thing, because there's gonna be a time, if you are the type of person where I might have some, and you don't, or they looking for a particular car and I got it, and you throw the deal to me. That's bartering. I mean, that's just how it should roll. So that's one thing too, forming this alliance with a lot of other dealers, like-minded dealers, to, you know, make our network stronger. And the last piece would be, I want to, and I talk to other people as well, I want to start a educational piece. People want to know, how do you become a dealer? What avenues do I need to go through? What's the paperwork? What's the wait time? How much money I need to start a dealership? A lot of this stuff I learned just by trial and error, making mistakes. But if I could provide that knowledge to somebody else, and they pay like a subscription or something like that, or how to actually check these cars out, what the proper equipment to have to find out if transmissions and things of that nature is good, especially at auction houses that does not have that you cannot drive the cars, which is majority of the auctions. You can't drive them. You just gotta make a sound decision on what you see there. And also, a lot of auctions now are having it where they don't even want you to open the hood up unless one of their I guess people are around, because dealers, and y'all seen me say this in videos a lot, dealers will go in and pull sensors or pull injectors and have the car running bad, thinking that they're gonna get a better price when the car come down the auction line, which is crazy, because I mean, there's a lot of people bidding online and they can't hear the car running, so, and they, you know, they taking gambles. So I don't know, I never was the type of person to do that, but I mean, it's a lot of people who do that. So yeah, starting some kind of university. I already have a domain set aside for the business, and then y'all get information about that a little later on. But that would be my website, and I would get with somebody to put it together for me on tutorials. There's a lot of people who do that. You know, I'm not copying them. It's more so I'm putting my own twist on it. There's a lot of people out there that have those type of platforms where they show you how to do certain things, but they don't show you. You know, I don't care how good you check a car out. You don't know how that car gonna act when it get on the road and you get into 4th and 5th gear. You gonna buy lemons. There's no way around it. I don't care what you do. I mean, you can make educational guess on getting a good car, but it's gonna be your time that you get that, and that's all right. I mean, if you get 1 lemon out of 10, shoot, you're doing good. I mean, hey, biggest thing is too, you ain't gambling with your rent money. You got avenues of getting rid of it. I mean, you can run it back through the auctions. A lot of times, every deal you ain't gonna make a profit. You know, I just had a car on Monday that I ran back through the auction. It was a good car. I mean, I even drove the car to the airport. I mean, the car was good, but on 4th gear, it had like a little skip in the transmission. Nothing I could have saw. I mean, it didn't have no codes in the transmission. Everything was smooth. It was a Ford Escape. I mean, it had 120,000 miles. I mean, it was a good car, but a lot of times they trading in these cars for a reason. So, I mean, hey, I kept the car for about a month. I did what I do, my due diligence to see if I can get it fixed. And comes out that, you know, hey, it's the transmission. And I paid $2,500 for the car. Is it feasible for me to put $2,500 in the transmission? And I got $6,000 tied up in an 08 car, which I know I'm not gonna get the money out of. Just let it go. You know, I ran it back through the auction. With fees and everything, I had like $3,100 in the car. Ran it back through the auction. I got $2,100 for the car, so I'm $200-300 that I didn't recoup. Which, hey, that's a good day, because I've lost thousands in cars running them back through the auction. But yeah, just want to give y'all a little segue into what my thought process is coming in 2025. You know, I love what I do. I mean, it's one thing, and you know, I get up. Yeah, it is hard work or whatever. It's cold out here or whatever, but hey, I love cars. So I mean, if you love something, it ain't work. So I mean, I'm what my wife said, I come out and go play with cars all day. That's a blessing. So I am gonna put, I mean, like I said, I've been torn trying to juggle 4 or 5 businesses. So, you know, if I can focus 100% in 2, well, 50-50 on 2, and they both in the same industry, to me, I can win, especially when I'm looking at my profit margins that I'm making. I mean, if I can not even double what I'm doing now, you know, that'll be a great thing for my family. But like I said, I'm headed to the auction now. We're gonna preview some cars. I might make this a separate video. just to let you know where my head at for 2024. But I am going to start to record more. I did put the camera down for a while because I just had so much going on, y'all. I do enjoy doing the videos, and it's